480 BCE, a narrow pass in Greece. Against the vast army of an empire, 300 warriors stood firm, united by honor, duty, and courage. Their story is not just a tale of battle, it's a story of sacrifice. This is the legend of the 300 Spartans at Thermopylae. To understand why these 300 Spartans stood against an army that numbered in the thousands, we need to go back in time. A decade earlier, the Persian Empire had tried to conquer Greece at the Battle of Marathon, but they were defeated by the Athenian army. 10 years later, King Xerxes I of Persia sought revenge. With a massive army, some say over 1 million strong, though modern historians suggest far fewer, he aimed to finally crush Greece and expand his empire. The Greeks knew they had to stop Xerxes before his army could sweep through their lands. The chosen battleground was Thermopylae, a narrow pass between the mountains and the sea, a perfect location for the outnumbered Greeks to make a stand. Led by King Leonidas of Sparta, an alliance of around 7,000 Greek warriors prepared to face the Persian onslaught. But Leonidas brought only 300 Spartans, his personal bodyguard, a number small, but each warrior was trained from birth to fight and die for their city. To understand why Leonidas chose these 300, we must look at the Spartan way of life. From a young age, Spartan boys were trained in the agoge, a rigorous system that prepared them for battle. Strength, discipline, and loyalty to Sparta were drilled into them. The result? The most feared warriors in Greece. For Spartans, honor was everything. To die in battle was the greatest glory. This was the mindset of the 300 who stood with Leonidas. As the Persian army approached, Leonidas and his men held their ground. For 2 days, wave after wave of Persian soldiers crashed against the Greek line, but the narrow pass neutralized the Persian advantage in numbers. Even Xerxes' elite warriors, the Immortals, could not break through the Spartans. With their heavy armor and superior tactics, the Spartans and their allies inflicted heavy casualties. But the tides of battle would soon turn. A local Greek named Ephialtes betrayed his countrymen, revealing a secret path that led around the Greek position. This allowed the Persian army to outflank and surround the Greeks. Knowing their position was hopeless, Leonidas made a fateful decision. He sent most of the Greek army home, while he and his 300 Spartans, along with 700 Thespians and a few hundred Thebans, stayed to fight to the death. Outnumbered and encircled, the Spartans fought fiercely, determined to inflict as much damage as possible. They knew they would die, but their goal was to delay the Persians to buy time for the rest of Greece. Though Leonidas and his men fell at Thermopylae, their sacrifice was not in vain. The delay allowed other Greek city-states to prepare for the Persian advance. Soon after, the Greeks achieved a decisive victory at the Battle of Salamis, turning the tide of the war. The story of the 300 Spartans has become a symbol of courage and defiance against overwhelming odds. It reminds us that even a small group, united by purpose and honor, can change the course of history. From ancient texts to modern films, the tale of the 300 Spartans at Thermopylae continues to inspire. It's a story of sacrifice, heroism, and the power of unity. If you enjoyed this episode of Epic Explorer, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more epic tales from history.